Hello. Thank you for stopping by. I'm Laura Greco, and I want to know, are you a mom who wants to embrace her choice? Are you looking to parent differently than where you came from? Perhaps you're a mom who's experienced trauma or challenges in the experience that you grew up in, things that bothered you that you want change in your parenting experience, both for yourself and your children. I too come from a challenging situation. I experienced childhood trauma for a number of years while growing up. And so I knew as I was growing up that I wanted to transform the way parenting was experienced for my children. And that really meant reparenting myself, basically. It's interesting right away out of school, and maybe you've discovered this too, where you're looking and latching on to, you're seeking different information and how to transform the way parenting is experienced. And yet it really comes from within, doesn't it? In many respects, you can be exposed to all kinds of information, but it's really an internal job, isn't it? Because our children will continue to be children, and they will mirror for us. And bring up for us the experiences that challenge our ability to do it differently. We have what I call knee-jerk reactions, things that come up from our past where you might have even said, oh my gosh, I sound like just like my mother or my father or whatever. And this could really disturb you. So I wanted to share with you an illustration about embracing choice. We can decide to stay in the same pattern, the same repetition from where we came from, or we can choose to be a seeker and do it differently. However, that requires a whole lot of intention, right? Of being conscious every step of the way. When you see something happening, it's very easy to just react, but you are inviting yourself as a seeker to create space between you and whatever's going on, right? One time I remember my daughters were experiencing something that was bothering them and feeling really down. I can't even remember what it was about, but I remember coming up with this illustration, and illustrations are great, but they can also be limiting. But let me go for it and see what you think. I said to them, life is kind of like a blank canvas that we get to paint on and create on. And maybe when we show up, our life isn't actually a blank canvas, right? Already things have been begun to be painted in, by our experiences and the things that we feel like we had no choice in as children. And yet, what's beautiful about an artist's canvas is that it can be reworked and painted over, right? And actually, the fact that it had some painting that you want to paint over and recreate actually adds depth and character to your artwork or your art of living, because you've had these experiences. Now you've reworked them, transformed them, and created new experiences for yourself where you've gotten to be creative and experimental. However, I know I was a mom too for and more, actually. I got tired. I did. And I was exhausted at times. I was overwhelmed at times. I wanted to be pleasing in life, to transform the displeasure that I came from, the disharmony. So I was striving to live up to certain circumstances, certain perfections, actually. And that was exhausting. So how do we create the change that we really are looking for and have it sustainable to ourselves? It really centers about going back into that self-care, but in a way of more like reparenting ourselves so that we can truly show up to be the parent that we intend to be with our children, and to be okay even if we're not showing up that way, and how to navigate even that part of it so that we can continue to repaint that canvas in a way that teaches our children also how to do the same, right? Because isn't that what it's all about? You want your children to grow up and to be sustainable and to be loving humans who are happy and having great experiences and contributors in life. Wow, my seeker mom. Be sure to find me at Full Life Wellness or Superpower Mamas. I have a button where you definitely can create an appointment with me. I'd love to have a chat with you and to see how I can support you. Tell me your story. I'd love to know where you're going and what you want to experience in your parenting. And let's see if we can create some more videos that really dive into those little pinpointed pieces that can assist you. So again, I'm so grateful that you've stopped by. I look forward to hearing from you. I want to send you big love. Keep loving each other, and big hugs from me. And remember, you are loved. I love you. Bye-bye.